tennis resume. Samantha Parker will serve it to start. Let's play pickleball. And Samantha will serve it deep.
Genie would like to start serving.
Yeah, you know, the Canadians are always nice, right? And Genie just gives it right back. What is happening?
Friendly start to the match here, Dave.
They're too nice. She's like, no, you go first. Well, Bouchard had a lot of open court on the forehand, but just made it more entertaining.
And that was not a ground stroke hesitate come in. She was looking to come in forward right off of that first ball, and I love to see that. The ball almost had some side spin on it from Samantha Parker, but plenty of pace paired with that spin.
Yeah, this is blunt force trauma pickleball here, the last two matches. Just deep on the volley. Nice little roll from Bouchard.
Yeah. Nice approach from Bouchard. Over to the backhand of Samantha Parker. And Samantha actually looked to take a bit of pace off and go with the roll. Couldn't come up with that ball, though. Yeah, that's well-timed from Genie Bouchard up at the kitchen line with the two-handed backhand swinging volley. Very nice.
Got Onisha Smith on the call here. We know everything is going to be under complete control, and we've got her. Wow, what a volley from Genie Bouchard from her top of her toes.
Clean winner against a player that just moments ago I was talking about being a very good court coverer. That is a nice shot from Genie.
Ooh, just comes up short there. Preferred wing is the backhand for Bouchard.
And Samantha Parker on the backhand side too. Really uses her lower body nicely, gets down with the ball. Always like to see that. I think she was looking for the roll to take a bit of pace off. Did not strike it how she wanted to. Did Genie Bouchard, and Samantha Parker puts it away.
Tall lady covers the court well and has been very, very adamant on the ball she chooses to come in behind with a purpose.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from Genie. That forehand just had a nice bit of spin on it just inside the sideline. Bit of frustration there. Came out of her stance. She was where she needed to be for that ball. But, you know, sometimes you just pull off at the last moment.
Parker just hammering ground strokes and looks happy to exchange.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave. I think that she will maybe not be hesitant to come forward, but very comfortable just wailing away from the back of the court. And in that final in Houston against Leah Jansen, as you mentioned, that's what gave Samantha Parker the big trouble, was the kitchen play of Leah Jansen. It wasn't necessarily Leah beating her from the back of the court.
Yeah, Bouchard had a terrific return there, but hesitated to come forward and then got caught lunging. Return just deep there, so we love a running, swinging backhand. Little conversation.
Well,
if Ryan Sherry is on her bench, I am going to, I don't know. I know he watched her before and had a nice little run of his own in singles today. We'll see. We'll see.
What'd you say about Onisha not taking anything?
I know,
It
yeah.
was very early first comment made.
Yeah.
Onisha not having it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really been the key, though. Is Genie Bouchard hitting a ground stroke and hesitating and then coming in, or has that been her purpose right for when she strikes the ball?
That is a fabulous return from Parker right there.
Yeah, crushed. I mean, that is just so much pace.
Wow. Almost a full pickleball point from Bouchard there with smart choices.
That backhand roll at about 30 or 40% was the perfect shot selection.
Houston, and she wants to play more, but when you've got to figure out the balance of a real job and everything, but when you got this much talent, you'd love to play more.
Yeah, that's been a nice pattern for Samantha with the flat penetrating ground strokes, and you can see Bouchard really going low to high and try to getting some shape and spin on that ball, and she's made a few errors from that position.
Just catches the sideline, does Genie on that one. Wow, that return was close. That seemed more out than the return.
Yeah, and yeah, Samantha, I mean, she kind of threw off her rhythm, definitely, for that next ball.
Wow, bunts it right up the line and catches the line, and we are tied at 7. It's interesting, Bouchard standing well behind the baseline, yet the serves haven't been perfectly deep. That one was a little better.
Yeah, and so, yeah, after that serve, every now and then she will hang off.
And here we go. And that goes deep, and Genie Bouchard is within 2 of taking game number 1 here.
Great swinging volley from Samantha Parker. But I agree with you, Dave. I mean, she's not just laying in the serve, Genie Bouchard, from a couple feet off the baseline, but I think she could put a little more mustard on that ball. You know she has the power in her paddle to do so.
A little too much power in the paddle there, and it's 8-9 here in game number 1. Tried to drop it back over, but too good from Parker.
Yeah, it's a nice roll, forcing Bouchard to hit up on that volley. And Bouchard, a bit of a taller player, so anytime you can force them to reach down, it's a good option.
Oh, and Parker earned a great look there, but air mails it well deep. So can Bouchard get to 10 here? And does continue to come forward and has earned a game point, has Bouchard. but cannot cash.
Yeah, nice first volley from Samantha Parker. And this is where she has got to find a quality third shot after this serve right here.
Ooh, Bouchard was on it, but pulled it wide, so it's going to take more than 11.
So it was a quality third shot, but that was in the Bouchard strike zone. So a bit fortunate for Samantha Parker that Bouchard missed it wide.
Oh, and just overran it a bit and pushed it wide, and it is now Samantha Parker with a game point.
Back and forth we go.
And that sails just deep. So Samantha Parker saves a game point and then cashes on her own.
Point of game one, just the different ball trajectories for these two. Samantha Parker through the court, pretty flat, pretty linear, and Genie Bouchard with a fantastic backhand right there. But from the back of the court, a bit more shape, net clearance, and spin with her depth. So two different varieties, two different ways to get it done.
First two of game two go to Bouchard.
And there's that flatter ball on the backhand side for Samantha Parker. So wonderful when it's hit clean, but not a lot of margin for error to work with.
Skitter right off the tape. Look at that footwork to set up the two-handed backhand return and then come flying forward.
Yeah, really nice from Genie Bouchard. Samantha Parker looking for that pass well behind the baseline. And she has the power to come up with that, but not this time.
Saw Genie framed up with her Versix paddle and the Pickleball Central logo. You're going to be able to get that signature Genie Bouchard paddle at the end of June at Pickleball Central. She likes the pink one. Well, that was another one where both players kind of thought, ooh, is that out?
Yeah, we've had 3 or 4 just kind of hit the ball, split step, and then aren't sure what's coming next. Got to be locked in, be ready to play everything.
And the net has said that we will be even, one apiece.
One apiece
on these. Good start for Bouchard here. Let's see if she can add to the lead. Got to top 5 in the world in women's tennis, so that's yeah, that's pretty doggone good.
Yeah, that two-handed backhand paying dividends, and she does a nice job of following it forward. So I see a lot less hesitation on that wing when she does decide to come up to the kitchen line.
And she is just peppering the Parker backhand, and Genie Bouchard has taken the first 5 of game number 2 after having a game point of her own.
Oh, it's just so good.
Man, comes in behind the forehand that time and hits again. Short angled volleys. It's a theme.
Yes, it really is. And I like what Samantha Parker did. She pushed that two-handed backhand to the forehand of Genie Bouchard, but Genie up to the task.
Wow, what coverage at the kitchen line, and then Parker had 10 of the 20 feet wide open, but pushed it deep.
Yeah, it's just with that, I talked about that take back. You know, it's tough when it's that big to go mid-pace when you need to. Nice couple volleys up at the kitchen for Samantha Parker, and that pass attempt on the forehand side from Genie sails well wide.
Let's see if Parker can get on the board right here. And she can with a gift.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about a few points ago, is that loop, that little bit bigger loop that Samantha Parker has does make it tougher to pull back with pace. And when she had that big chunk of court open, she just couldn't hold back. And showing some definite frustrations here, as the scoreline is pretty lopsided at this point, and a couple of those balls that she was striking cleaner in Houston, not as clean in Dallas so far.
Yeah, third stop here in Texas, Adam. I'll just play along with that. We were in Austin as well earlier this year. I think that caught.
I think so too. Inside out backhand. I mean, right off the sideline.
And Genie's running down a couple courts. There she comes. Now within 2 of forcing a game 3.
Yeah, a little skitter off of that serve, miss hit on the return for Samantha Parker. And like you said, we are close to 3.
Steps in, takes that on the rise, finds the open court, and Genie Bouchard is on a mission in game 2. Now has another game point. The first one came in game 1, and my goodness, what that would have changed. And that finds the line, and what a rampage for Genie Bouchard. Play pickleball. John Isner's going to make his debut on this grounds on Saturday playing men's doubles. Wow, okay.
Yeah, good stuff from Genie up at the kitchen line. We'll be interested to see Big John Isner with little Wyatt Stone.
Yes.
That was a very controlled volley from Samantha Parker. Not a lot of backswing, short to the ball.
Wow, and I believe that's Grayson Golden flying over there, slapping an ATP on court 2.
What an approach from Genie Bouchard, right into the corner pocket.
I like that she's just favoring her better side and just roping backhands down the line with plenty of margin. The first point of game 3 goes to Bouchard, and Parker, we saw just a little frustration in game 2. Certainly the scoreboard of many players would be frustrated with that.
And looking to come forward. I know she mishit that forehand on the approach attempt, but she is looking to move forward quite a bit. She's had some great success up at the kitchen. And I think some of that success has been from the quality of approach shots and the not waffling of deciding I'm going in and I'm going to come in on my terms.
Wow, another nice inside out 2-minute backhand volley from Bouchard.
Yeah, So Samantha Parker, well, I suggested possibly looking for more forehands to Genie, and we'll see if Samantha can't sneak forward and possibly beat Genie in, because right now that is the pattern. And I mean, 11-1 in game 2 says a lot about how much success Genie has had up there.
Just a little clip off the tape throws all the timing off.
Yeah, it does, and it clipped off the tape to the middle, and Genie looked forehand and made an error.
Again, had to bend, low ball, didn't get a big bounce. So Parker now has a 2-point lead, and from a confidence standpoint, that is big after the game 2 shellacking.
Some of those volleys, my goodness. A similar spot to the inside-out two-hander just a few points ago, this time on the forehand side, but Samantha Parker, no chance to get to these.
Pretty passing shot. That's one of the few clean passes for Parker in this entire match.
Yeah, that was beautiful right up the line. Mentioned that court coverage and the length of Bouchard up there. I mean, 2 feet away from contacting that. Samantha Parker put it right where she wanted to.
Huge serve right inside the baseline. So we've seen this a couple times today, dropping game 2, but having a great start. Caitlin Christian certainly did earlier today. Well done from Bouchard there. So she's got to get going. We will switch ends of the court at 6. Smoked.
Hammered, that's for sure. Had a good bit of open court to hit into, and she did not guide it, Dave.
No,
she
no.
crushed it.
Wow. On the other hand, the pace that she just hit the post with was unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, she clearly had the angle. If she was going to possibly put that deeper into the court, could have been a better option.
Yeah, because players need to look for that back edge, sort of like where the soccer corner kick is. Just find that corner, and she went with something different there. It didn't work out for her. But has definitely been the more aggressive player from a court position here.
Yes, she has, and come forward a bit more than we saw in game 2 also.
Wow, Bouchard almost gave back after some great hands.
Yeah, that was a quality kind of covering her body from that shot from Samantha Parker. Great stab.
Does find the court with that one as well.
I mean, these first volleys from Bouchard are finding the sidelines on both sides.
Yeah, just classic tennis split step and volley. Oh, was there and just got too much of it. Great coverage on both sides.
Unfortunate roll, but short, low return, and Samantha Parker let off a little bit. So she's got a little bit of second gear mixed in with the full send.
Wow, so the net cord unkind to Bouchard on back-to-back rallies, but what a scamper from Parker. She was the only thing stopping Samantha Parker from getting her first title, and that was the first win in singles for Leah since the retirement. Boy, nice off pace from Genie there.
Yes. She has found the sidelines on volleys and ground strokes at a pretty high clip throughout this match. And
wow, abort mission from Parker there, and that just put her in all sorts of trouble.
It certainly did. And coming forward on her terms, Genie Bouchard.
Way too good for Parker.
Yes, it was
short.
Strike zone to strike zone there. So that ball was not struck poorly by Genie Bouchard, but directionally right to where Samantha Parker wanted it.
I mean, look at these windups.
Boom.
Just deep, cannot afford to give these away here as we're going down the stretch. Good stabs on both sides, but Parker gets the last shot, and she is within 3 of moving on.
Yes, she is. And I was thinking maybe right before that firefight that she would go with a roll shot. Samantha Parker says no. And
Adam, have you not been watching me?
well, I was just thinking maybe that was the time for it. I was wrong. Oh,
Dear
man.
heaven, what a little drop. Not in the best posture either there.
No, off balance completely. And to put a feathery touch on the ball when you don't have your legs underneath you is really good.
That's twice now that Parker has found a beautiful pass on the backhand.
Yeah, that was really nice stuff. Finding her contact point at the perfect moment.
Wow, and another one. And after feeding a lot of balls into that corner for a convincing 11-1 win in game 2, might be time to switch it up.
Yeah, I think so, Dave. Man, when it is good from Samantha Parker. And some of that negative emotion turned positive for her.
Pretty from Genie Bouchard, so she does get the run stop, but she has to GO herself right now. Pretty from Bouchard with the forehand this time.
Yeah,
Adam.
2 back-to-back. One forehand from the middle of the court and one from out wide. She has found the inside-out ball and then the up the line with 2 clean passes. Plenty of spin on that wing. Nice margins.
And then has been very clean on the serve until crunch time right there. So will Parker make her pay? Oh no, and off the tape and over the paddle, and it is match point time for Parker.
Yeah, and Genie Bouchard was in perfect position to contact that volley. That is a tough break.
And that goes deep. So after a very impressive second game from Bouchard, Samantha Parker weathers that storm. Samantha, thanks for taking some time. Congratulations on getting the win. After game 2, things weren't looking good for you after that 11-1. What changed and what was the difference so that you could win this match?
Yeah, so I think I tried to be a bit more aggressive in game 3. Tried to come up a bit more. Still don't quite know when I should go up, but it's all a learning experience. So just try to be more aggressive, come up to the net, And yeah, seemed to work out. I had some good passing shots, got some lucky net cords, so it worked out in the end.
Great playing out there, Samantha. I know you played tennis up the road at the University of Texas at Dallas. Did you have anything in your mind, knowing that your opponent had such a good tennis background, did that affect your strategy or your mindset coming into this match?
No, not really. I try to start every match the same, just try to analyze what my opponents do well and don't do well and try to capitalize on that. So, yeah.
So Samantha, you're a black belt and you could just destroy me and Adam. How on earth do you get great at so many things? What was the impetus for that, and do you still like mess people up with all of your skills?
I started martial arts before pickleball, so I had some time before pickleball. So I've been doing that for, oh my gosh, maybe, I want to say 8 years maybe, but I was doing that with tennis, but I ended up stopping during college. But I don't know, I somehow managed to do a lot of different activities.